I can't believe it. I just discovered something I had no idea about whatsoever. You probably don't have a clue either, but we're just going to go right to it. I just discovered something that I was completely and utterly unaware of with Pentax cameras. As you may be aware, Canon has a scroll wheel along here where when you're previewing an image, you can just rotate the scroll wheel and it'll cycle through all the images that you've taken. And I always thought to myself, it would be nice if Pentax had something like that. You know, it would be really cool. By absolute accident, I found that we actually do have that. Just using the front E-dial. You can scroll through. If you look in this corner here, actually, let's do that. Just using the front E-dial, you can scroll through all your various images. I had no idea. And then I decided to, click a bunch of buttons and stuff. So basically, wait till you see this. The K3 Mark III does not have this. This is my original K3 Mark I. Now, when you go and use the rear E-dial and you cycle back to zoom out, you'll notice info. Now this, I was like, what? How did I not know this? If you press info, you get various parameters as to how you want to display the actual images. You can change the thumbnail size, so you can have 6 thumbnails per display, 12, 20, 35, 80, or you can go by a calendar film strip display. What is a calendar film strip? Well, it actually takes the date and time of when those images were taken. I had no idea that we had these. I've never used this. I've never even seen this before. I literally just discovered this today. So yeah, scrolling through, using the front E-dial, it'll go through all the different folders that you have. You can pick a folder, do your zoom out, so you can change the thumbnails, go to different folders, zoom back in, and then scroll across to look through the various photos that you've taken. I had no idea. So I thought this was very, very interesting. And then I decided to do a comparison with the K3 Mark III, and it doesn't actually have this various thumbnail display as it is here. It doesn't have the calendar film strip display either. So here's the K3 Mark III in regards to how it functions with this. I'm just excited. I mean, this is just really, really cool. So here, let's see, we'll do info, and we'll use the front scroll wheel here, and we'll just cycle through various images, do info again, and now you've got the full shoot parameters and everything. And we're just going to scroll through using the front E-dial, right, and zoom out, and it'll bring you to this thumbnail, and then zoom out again, it brings you to the folder. So it doesn't have the same aspect, even if you hit info, it does nothing. So yeah, the older Pentax cameras actually have a better preview setup than the K3 Mark III. However, this is still really cool. I had no idea that you could just scroll through and look at the various images that you've taken just by scrolling with the front E-dial. So yeah, as much as I was like, oh, it would be really nice if Pentax had this. Well, we already did. I had no idea, because there's nothing in here whatsoever that lets you know that you can do that. There's no symbol for front or rear. There's literally nothing. So you just kind of have to, like I did, accidentally figure it out. But yeah, I just thought this would be something interesting to show. Yeah, and actually something else I just noticed too. When you're using the crop mode, it actually tells you which crop mode you're using. So there's 1.3 time, 1.7 time, and no crop. So yeah, but yeah, this is really interesting. I had no idea that you could actually do this. This is going folder by folder, I believe. Yeah. And this is just cycling through each image within that specific folder. So yeah, if you wanted to, you want a fast way to scroll through the images that you've taken, then you can do it with the front e-dial. So yeah, we're actually not lacking in that regard. But that calendar thing, that is really cool. I wish that the K3 Mark III actually did have that, especially if you take a gazillion images and have a very large SD card. That would actually be very, very handy for you to be able to go back, look through some archive photos and stuff if you remember what date it was. But maybe they just deemed it wasn't absolutely necessary. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Try it out. It's really, really cool.